The blanket drive. Mr. Kent's students were very concerned about a hurricane that had just happened in Mexico. It had gotten very windy. The wind blew trees over and damaged houses. After the wind, there were heavy rains. Houses and streets were flooded. The class spoke about what it would be like in Mexico. They discussed how the houses and all the things inside would be ruined. Ava said, "People will need clothes. They'll need new blankets to keep warm," Melanie added. "My sister has a lot of clothes. We should send those to Mexico," said Brett, thinking of how upset his sister would be to come home to an empty closet. "Brett, that's brilliant," said Ava. "It is?" replied Brett, who didn't think he had ever said anything brilliant. "Yes, it is," exclaimed Ava with excitement. "Your sister, you, and Melanie and I, and everyone else in the school can bring in our extra clothes and blankets to send to Mexico. We all have lots of stuff, and now they need some of it." "Let's do it," Melanie said. "My mom has a whole closet full of blankets. We don't need that many." The classroom was buzzing with chatter as the students talked to Mr. Kent about how they could collect clothes and blankets. Some kids were going to make signs that said "blanket drive." Other kids were writing a newsletter. Everyone was going to ask their friends and relatives for old clothes and blankets. Brett was put in charge of stacking all the clothes and blankets in the gym. Everyone was excited except Brett. "Am I going to have to miss recess for this?" groaned Brett. "Maybe this isn't such a brilliant idea." All week long, students brought in clothes and blankets. News of the blanket drive spread, and people living all over the city brought in more clothes and blankets. Even Brett was impressed by how generous people were. Everyone in town was talking about the blanket drive. The local television station sent a camera crew to the school. The reporter wanted to know whose idea this was. They found Brett in the gym. Behind him, thousands of blankets and pieces of clothing were stacked almost to the ceiling. The interviewer asked Brett, "This was a brilliant idea. You must be very proud of yourself for thinking of it." Brett looked at the mountain of clothes behind him and then looked back at the camera. "No, it wasn't a brilliant idea," Brett said thoughtfully. "We had a lot of stuff, and those people in Mexico really needed some of it. We're just trying to help. It's simple."